Hello, friends. It's Miss Jamie, and I'm so happy to see you today. Let's get started with another fairy tale lesson. First, we should sing Pat, Pat, Pat with our music teacher, Miss Nancy. Here she is.
Hello, Miss Jamie. Hello, virtual preschool friends. This week, we are singing Pat, Pat, Pat from Wonderful You. Pat, 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 just like that. Pat, 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 just like that. Now, squeeze your feet, squeeze your feet, squeeze your feet, 'cause that feels neat. Squeeze your feet, squeeze your feet, squeeze your feet, and now we'll pat, pat, pat again. Pat, 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 just like that. Pat, 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 just like that. Now, fingers in your hair, fingers in your hair, fingers in your fingers in your fingers in your hair, fingers in your hair, fingers in your hair, fingers in your fingers in your fingers in your hair, and now we'll pat, 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 just like that. Pat, 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 just like that. Thank you for singing Pat, Pat, Pat with me. Now it's time to go back to Miss Jamie. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Miss Nancy. Should we wake up Betsy Blackbird? Call for her. 1, 2, 3. Say, Betsy, where are you? Betsy Blackbird, here she comes. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. How are you? Hello, Betsy. How are you? Hello, Miss Jamie. How are you? We're so glad to see you. Here, here, we're all here. Here, here, we're all here. Here, here, we're all here. We're all here together. Yay! Oh, it's so good to see you today. We're having so much fun. Betsy and I are learning all of these fairy tales with you. Do you have a favorite fairy tale so far? Which one is your favorite? That's a good one. Would you like to learn another new fairy tale today? The new fairy tale today is called The Little Red Hen. Like on a farm, the chicken on a farm. And this story is a fairy tale, so it starts like once upon a time, but there's something different about this fairy tale. In this fairy tale, the hen is a helper, and there are 3 troublemakers. That's right, 3 antagonists in this story. Let's listen to see who the antagonists are in the story and what kind of trouble could they cause on the farm. Are you ready for it? Here it goes. Once upon a time, there was a little red hen who lived on a farm with her friend, the pig, the cat, and the duck. One day, the little red hen found some seeds on the ground. She picked them up and decided that she would plant the seeds. She asked her friends, "Who will help me plant these seeds?" And do you know what the friend said? The pig said, "Not I." The cat said, "Not I." The duck said, "Not I." So the red hen said, "Well, very well, I will do it myself." So she dug a hole in the ground and she planted the seeds. Pretty soon, the seeds started to sprout into little wheat plants. The hen was so excited. She said to her friends, "Who will help me water these plants?" Do you know what her friend said? The pig said, "Not I." The cat said, "Not I." The duck said, "Not I." So the hen said, "Very well, I will water it myself." And she did. All summer long, the red hen took care of the little wheat plants. And before she knew it, the wheat was tall and it was ready to be cut down. Do you see how the wheat grew like this? The little red hen said to her friends, "Who will help me cut this wheat?" Do you know what her friend said? The pig said, "Not I." Good reading. The cat said, "Not I." The duck said, "Not I." So the red hen said, "Very well, I will do it myself." So she cut down all of the stalks of wheat. Then it was time for the red hen to carry the wheat to the mill. She was going to take the wheat there so that the miller could thresh the wheat and turn it into flour. She asked her friends, "Who will help me carry this wheat?" And do you know what her friend said? The pig said, "Not I." The cat said, "Not I." And the duck said, "Not I." So the red hen said, "Very well, I will do it myself." She carried this wheat all the way to the mill. This is the miller. She handed it to the miller and she asked him if he could turn the wheat into flour. The miller was happy to oblige, and so he gave some flour to the little red hen. The little red hen went back to her house at the farm and got busy in the kitchen. She mixed flour and eggs and milk and oil all together in a big bowl. She asked her friends, "Who will help me mix this dough?" And do you know what her friend said? The pig said, "Not I." And the cat said, "Not I." And the duck said, "Not I." So the little red hen said, "Very well, I will do it myself." And she did. She worked for a long time in the kitchen making a delicious loaf of bread. She put the bread into the oven and set the timer. The bread started to bake and a delicious aroma came through the air. Everyone on the farm could smell the tasty loaf of bread and they started to get hungry. When the bread was ready, the little red hen took it out of the oven carefully and she said, "Who will help me eat this bread?" And do you know what her friends said? The pig said, "I will." And the cat said, I will. And the duck said, I will. And the little red hen got mad. She said, no, you won't. You didn't help me plant the seeds. You didn't help me water the sprouts. You didn't help me cut down the wheat or carry it to the mill. You didn't help me mix the flour into dough. And you are not going to help me eat this delicious loaf of bread. So she took the loaf of bread outside to the farm and she fed it to her baby chickies. Can you see that? The little baby chickies are wearing bibs. And her friends thought, we should have been better helpers. But they all lived together happily ever after. The end. They didn't help, so they didn't get to enjoy the delicious bread. Would you like to know the sign for help? The sign for help is a flat hand and then your thumb up like this. Help, help. Who were the troublemakers in this story? Yes, the pig and the duck and the cat. Those are the antagonists. They did not help the red hen make her bread. They were the troublemakers. And the red hen fed the bread to the baby chickies. Can you say, help? They should have helped. Yes, that's true. That story always reminds me that when someone asks for help, I'll say, I would be happy to help you with that, especially if it's something I know how to do and I have time to do it. Well, these animals all lived on the farm. The farm is the setting for this story. Can you think of any other animals that live on the farm? Moo. Which animals live on the farm? A cow also lives on the farm. Good guessing. What other animals live on the farm? Nay. Yes, you're right. The horse lives on the farm. I like the way you're thinking today. Oink, oink. What other animals live on the farm? Oink, oink. You know, it's yes, the pink pig lives on the farm. Yes, a pig lives on the farm. Can you think of any other animals that live on a farm? What about this one? Ba, ba. Yes, it's a cute little sheep. The sheep lives on the farm. I have a very full table. And one more. A dog might live on a farm to help the farmer. We're going to play a game. I'm going to show you a picture, but you can't see the whole picture. You have to try to guess which animal is hiding in my envelope. Which animal is this one hiding on the farm? Can you see the little pink ear? Who do you think that is? It's the pig. The pig says oink. The pig says oink. Every animal makes a sound. The pig says oink. Good. Here's another one. Ooh, this is a harder one. Do you see this ear? It's got some fur on it and it's sort of brown. Which animal is hiding in the picture here? Yes, I think I hear you saying it's the dog. The dog says woof. The dog says woof. Every animal makes a sound. The dog says woof. Good. Would you like to try another one? Ooh, this one's really hard. Do you see the barn back there? And there's just a little ear and a mane. Which animal? That's a hard one. Maybe I could tip it this way. You could see, oh, then you can see the whole thing. Which animal is hiding in the envelope here? That's an easy one. I showed you too much. Yes, it's the horse. And what does the horse say? Can you say it? The horse says neigh. The horse says neigh. Every animal makes a sound. The horse says neigh. Good singing. Here's another one. Ooh, that one's hard. Ooh. Can you figure out which animal it is? It has an ear and a horn. The ear is what color? Black, and the horn is white. Which animal's hiding in here? Moo. The cow says moo. Can you sing? I'm listening. Ready? The cow says moo. The cow says moo. Every animal makes a sound. The cow says moo. Good singing. Give your brain a kiss. Brain, I love when you sing with me. Nice job. We're going to play a little grid game over here. Now, we played this game the other day when we read Goldilocks, and you were so good at it. So I wonder if we can play, and I'll pick some harder pictures to take away. Let's see if this can go. There we go. Look at these farm pictures that I have. Can you read this one? It says barn. Good. And this one? Farmer. Tractor. And this one says chicken. Oh, you're such a good reader. That's like the hen, right? Here's another barn. Farmer. Good reading. Can you read this one? Tractor. Good reading. And chicken. Good reading. And here they are in yellow. Barn. Good. Farmer. Tractor. And chicken. Yeah, it starts with a CH. It's not hen, it's the whole word. Chicken. Yep. Here they are in blue. Barn. Farmer. Do you know which one comes next? Tractor. And what's last? Chicken. Good. And the last one? Barn. Farmer. Tractor. And chicken. Good, good, good. Let's see. Can you see all of those? There we go. I wonder if I take one of the cards away, can you figure out which farm picture is missing? You're really good at this, aren't you? I'm going to have to pick a really hard one. Okay. Which picture is missing? Can you figure it out? It's what color? Blue. And it's the blue tractor. Oh, you're so good. You guessed them so quickly. Wow, you're really smart. Let's do a harder one. Okay. One of the pictures is missing. Can you figure out which one it is? What color is it? Green. Good. And which picture is it? The green chicken. Oh, you're so good at this. It's really hard to trick you, but I'm going to try. Here's the last one. One of the pictures is missing. Can you figure out which one it is? Oh, it's tricky because it's down here in the corner. Yep. What color is it? Orange. And which picture is it? The barn. Wow, your thinking cap must have really already been turned on high power. Brain. Good thinking. Good thinking. Wow. I have a fantastic book to read with you today. This is a book that's not about a hen, but I want you to listen when I read it to you, and I want you to think in your brain, does this book remind me of the story of the Little Red Hen? It's called something different, and there are not animals in it. There are kids but I think your brain is going to make a connection and say, hey, that reminds me of the Little Red Hen. Let's see if your brain makes the connection. This book is called The Little Red Fort. You see the fort here? It's by a girl named Ruby, and the book is written by Brenda Mayer. The pictures are by Sonia Sanchez. Let's read The Little Red Fort and think, does this book remind me of the Little Red Hen? There's the title page, The Little Red Fort by Brenda Mayer. Ruby's mind was always full of ideas. One day, she found some old boards. Who wants to help me build something? She asked her brothers. Oscar Lee pretended not to hear her. Rodrigo gave her a look that could melt popsicles. Jose almost fell off the fence. You don't know how to build anything, they said. Ruby shrugged. Can you shrug? Then I'll learn. And she did. Who wants to help me draw the plans? Ruby asked. The boys clutched their sides and howled with laughter. Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. Then I'll draw them myself. They don't look very busy, do they? And she did. Does she remind you of the Little Red Hen doing all of those things by herself? Satisfied with her plans, Ruby asked, who wants to help me gather the supplies? Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. I'll gather them myself. Do the brothers remind you of the cat and the pig and the duck? Is your brain making that connection? And she did. She gathered that big box of supplies. When all the supplies were gathered, Ruby asked, who wants to help me cut the boards? Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. I'll cut them myself. And she did. Look, she has a grown-up helping her with that saw. When all the boards were neatly cut, Ruby sang, who wants to help me hammer in the nails? Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. I'll hammer them myself. Can you read this page? And she did. The grandma's helping too. Soon Ruby's creation was complete. Who wants to play in my fort? She called. Me, said Oscar Lee. Let's go, said Rodrigo. I'll play, said Jose. I'm not busy anymore. Do you see she has a sign that says Ruby's Fort? And she even has a door. Isn't that a neat fort? Not so fast, Ruby said. You didn't help me draw the plans, or gather the supplies, or cut the boards, or hammer the nails. You said I didn't know how to build, and you laughed at me. I am going to play in the fort by myself. And she did. We didn't want to play anyway, the boys said, but they did. So they huddled, whispered, and got straight to work. Oscar Lee made a mailbox. Rodrigo planted flowers. Jose painted the fort fire engine red. Ruby was delighted. That evening, the boys followed a delicious aroma to a fort warming party. Who wants to help me clean this plate? Ruby asked. We do, the boys said. Look, she made cookies or brownies, maybe. And they did. Does that remind you of the Little Red Hen? Here are some ways that you could build your own fort. You could make a sofa fort with pillows, or a kitchen chair fort, a bunk bed fort, or a snow fort if it's snowing right now where you live. Those are all different ways you could make your own fort, just like Ruby did. Do you like that book? Did your brain make some connections? Did you say, that reminds me of what happened in the other story? That's what good readers do. When they read something, they think, what does that remind me of? Nice thinking. I can always count on you to have your thinking cap turned on. Well, your home project today is to ask your grown-up if you can help them do something, maybe in the kitchen. Maybe you'd like to make some banana bread like Miss Jamie and Betsy did earlier. Your grown-up could say, who would help me stir this batter? And you could say, I will. A grown-up might say, who will help me put away the milk? And you could say, I will. Just like in the story. You don't have to bake bread. You could make lunch, like a sandwich, or you could make muffins, or maybe you could make something for dinner, like a salad. You can be a good helper. When your grown-up asks you if you will help, you can say, I will help. And that will remind you of the story of the Little Red Hen and the Little Red Fort as well. Well, I loved reading that fairy tale with you, and I can't believe it's already time for us to invite Betsy to come back and sing goodbye. Can you call her? 1, 2, 3. Say, Betsy, come back. Where are you, Betsy? Hello, friend. I will help you eat that bread. Will you, Betsy? Yes, you can put some birdseed sprinkles on top. She likes to put birdseed sprinkles on everything that she eats, right, Betsy? Preschool time is over now, over now, over now. Preschool time is over now for another day. Wave goodbye to all of our friends, all of our friends, all of our friends. Wave goodbye to all of our friends. It's time to stay home and play. Hip, hip, hooray! Birdseed time. Reach down into your pocket, and I'll show you, Betsy, and I made you this play pack. It has some fun ideas for ways you can keep playing at home after the video is over. If you do one of those, will you show me a picture? I love to see how hard you work. Okay, Betsy. 1, 2, 3. Throw your birdseed this way. Thank you for the birdseed. And here comes your special Betsy kiss. Ready? Catch that kiss. Stick it to your cheek really good. Give yourself a big hug from Miss Jamie and Betsy. We're so proud of you, and we can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye, friends. Thanks for the birdseed.